Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. Today I wanna take you with me to my balcony garden and show what I grow. Sorry if it's gonna be a little bit noisy because I live in downtown and the windows have to be open because today is like boiling hot. It's like around, I think, 25 now, but I think it would go up to 30, and in my balcony it's already 35 and it could go easily to 40 or 50 degrees Celsius. So without further ado, let's start this little tour.
Walking through the forgotten garden, it seems like rain's gonna fall. Leaves are dancing gracefully.
Most of you already familiar with my oversized balcony. My balcony, I think, around like 14 meters, square meters, and the ceilings, I think, 5 to 6 meters. So I see the sunshine, I can lie here. I absolutely love my balcony. That's why I wanted to add up some greenery here. So this is my first plant, which grows in a very like harsh weather condition, from very cold to very hot, which is actually the problem of this balcony. As I already said, the temperature could like easily drop here at night and could go up to like 40-50 degrees Celsius. So this is the beans, but I do not grow it because I want to get like some beans or anything like that, because it's not enough of the soil to really grow, you know, a proper plant. I put it just because I know it could stand harsh weather condition and it could give me a little bit greenery from the indoors. So when I sit on my kind of a window bench, a very long window bench, I see this plant instead of some of the ugly buildings over here on this side. Okay, let me show you this ugly building, which I absolutely hate, and I will show you with the plant and without plant. So here is the building I was referring to. I think it's absolutely ugly and it's definitely needs some renovation. So this bean plant helps to kind of cancel the view, not entirely, but still when you sit here and you kind of look at the plants rather than the building. Here is my window bench, very lovely. Oh, here is actually one more plant. If you have an extra place, you know, to grow something, even like the tiniest terrace or tiniest balcony, I do encourage to grow something, even like some salad or spinach or yeah, whatever you like to eat on a daily basis. So we will start from my tomato plants. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think like around 6 here. So here is one of them. I have 2 breeds. I have cherry tomato plants, and this is, I think it's called like Siberian tomato plants. I do not know like if I would actually get tomatoes. I never grew tomatoes in my balcony, but they kind of enjoy the hot weather, so we will hope they will grow. Here is bell pepper plant, or maybe it's like a big chili, I'm not really sure by now, but it's some kind of like a pepper plant. I didn't know that it would like grow. It was for a very long time in the seed condition, and voila, it grew into some tiny plant. But I do have like a bigger bell peppers. I think it's also kind of a chili type. Oh, here is a little flowers. If you can see, there is like little things ready to become flowers. Okay, you see there is like a tiny little things. So I love chili, and I have this one, then similar to it. Okay, I'll show you. A smaller one, but it's the same breed. Then this unexpected two plants, as I already showed to you. And this one is a little chili. This I know exactly what it is because I grew last year. And here is also a tiny flower. And I absolutely love this chili. In the shop you may be seen like this tiny chilies. There's like small but very, very spicy, and I absolutely love them. So another thing I have over here in this corner is something I absolutely love is parsley. Just a simple parsley, nothing really special, but I do love to put it like over the sandwiches, salads, some types of pastas, so I use it like really often. And I did grow the last summer as well, and even the winter you can grow it. So if you love parsley, really just grow it yourself, because from your own garden you get everything fresh, and you know there is like nobody like touched it, and it's super easy to grow. You just put the soil, seeds and water it. Then here is in the same corner but much lower is green peas plants. This plant is very, very nice to grow also indoor. It's the second year I've been experimenting with it. It grows well, it gives a very nice beans, and it's super easy like to take care of. It grows under like different weather condition, and it doesn't need too much soil, so perfect for the balcony. If you like some kind of like edamame style beans, this is the plant. And here I put like a little fun bees. It helps to hold the plants over here. Super sweet, and you can boil it and put it a little bit like salt. It's gonna be wonderful. Now moving on into the even lower level of my garden. So here, surprise, surprise, I have cucumbers, and there is like two breeds of them. So on this side of the balcony is one breed. It has some black cucumbers. So on this side, cucumbers has this kind of like black spikes. This is a breed of cucumbers. At first, actually, I didn't know there was like such breed with like black spikes, and I saw my cucumbers are terribly sick, and it was so funny. I googled it like to check it out what happened with my cucumbers, or what's like going on, why it's like getting these black spikes, and apparently this type is perfect for those who like kind of this a quick, it's not marinade but pickled, yeah, quick pickled cucumbers, like a summer pickled, you know, when you just keep it for a couple of hours and they still very, very crispy. The next mega plant, which is actually higher than me, you see how high, how tall is it? It's another tomatoes. I think those two are actually cherry tomatoes. It's just gigantic. I don't know why it grows so tall. My mom, she said like I overwater them. I don't know, but they look quite beautiful, and I don't really care if they will give a tomatoes. It's more like an experiment, you know, with the tomatoes on the balcony, but they're so beautiful to see out the window as well. This side is probably the most interesting side, and there was also one experiment I did. Just try to guess what it is. I bought in the winter something, I put in my kitchen, and it started to give a little bit like of growth, and then I put it in the soil. Try to guess what it is. So this is ginger. I don't know if it's really grows inside, so I don't know what's happening like with the root, But there is like two very fun plants. I really love this plant because it looks, you know, like the hands up and like very happy plant, and there is like one big plant and a baby plant grew. I think it's so adorable. Then here I have spring onion and I have cilantro. I absolutely love cilantro to put for some more like a Japanese vibe recipe, to put it on the fish, on the sandwiches, in the salad, on my omelette, so basically like everything. And spring onion I like to mix with avocado, and even like the cilantro, I actually like the mix avocado, lemon and spring onion, which doesn't give, you know, this intense flavor or smell from your mouth, so no odor after it. But yeah, I don't think it's enough place for it to grow, so I think there is not enough soil for this onion to grow more like widely, because in my mom's garden this onion grows into like some insane bush. It's like this bush of spring onion, and she has, I think, maybe 10 of them. But at home it's also very handy, you know, like to just go to your balcony and pick wherever you like. Another plant over here I haven't showed you yet is basilico. I love to grow basilico. I love to put it in my mozzarella sandwiches, in pasta. And this basilico I actually bought in the supermarket in the salad section. You know, they sell like in a tiny pot. It's not even like a pot with the roots, and you get some fresh greenery. And usually people don't plant them, but I do plant this stuff. So since winter I have this basilico grow into the big plant, and the last year it was the same funny thing. So if I would put it in a bigger pot, it could grow into a gigantic basilico, which happened last summer. It was so funny, but also I didn't know that it would grow and feel so comfortable here. I planted a little one with the seeds, and it's actually exactly the same one. And I think the reason I don't have like a mega big leaves, because it's not enough nutrition, so probably I need to buy like some nutritions for them, because usually this type of basilico could give like a much bigger, like this type of huge gigantic leaves. This plant gives it, this used to give it, now it's like smaller and smaller leaves. So yeah, but I'm happy, it's more than enough for me to put it in my favorite pasta. But I also have one special breed of basilico. It's very, very beautiful. I tried to eat it and it wasn't so tasty. So here we go, the one and only purple basilico. Here we go. I try to show you closer. It's a very, very beautiful plant, and it grows into gigantic. I was growing from the seeds, this one. My dad bought the seeds, and my mom, she said, I just plant it, then we will put it in the garden. But this basilico stuck with me because it's just a beautiful plant. It gives a color to the balcony. I tried to put it in my food. I cannot say it is as tasty or as full of flavor as the green one, but it's still just like a nice addition to some recipe, maybe canapes, to give this a little bit like purple color and nice vibe to the dish. But yeah, as like a food choice or like basilico for eating choice, I don't think it's number one for me to plant something like this. And on the other side of my chair I have another plant, and I will explain you what it is, because yeah, I sat down to actually tell you about this amazing plant. We grow this plant, it calls Melissa. It's kind of like minty type of thing. I love to put it in the tea, and we grow in our garden. It grows so well. It smells heavenly. It has so many great benefits, so I google it for you. It reduces stress and anxiety, improves sleeps, supports brain health, alleviates digestive problems, sorry, I don't know this word, treats infections and prevent heart disease. It's so like relaxing, full of aroma plant, and I absolutely love to put it together with the black tea. So I would put like a spoon of black tea and 1 or 2 leaves of this melissa. I super recommend to grow this plant at home because it's super also easy to grow. It grows quite well in any condition. The roots get developed even if you cut a part of the plant and then you put it in the water. You will see the roots coming in like around 1 week, and then you could carefully plant it and it would grow into plant. This is what you actually saw in my room next to the window. I kind of show you a little plant. So that was the melissa one. I cut it at my mom's garden and I completely forgot. I put it in the water and it was like growing and growing roots, and I was forgetting to put it in the tea, and then it grew into the plant. So this is how easily it grows. And wherever I grow here, it's super easy kind of things to grow in your balcony. Of course, you might have your very own ideas of what you would like to grow, but this is something like adapts quite well without interaction even of the bees. Also the bees coming through my window, but even if there would be no bees, they would grow. This type of plant would be just fine. Since we started to talk about the bees, I just want to tell you that I never kill a bee. If the bee coming to my balcony, I make sure it flies safely out. So what do? I catch the bee on my window with, like, you can use any cup. This cup I used to paint in, but it's completely dry, so I do not kind of damage any bee. So I put it like very carefully on the window, and then I slide with this, I just cut it like some little plastic paper, because with the real paper the bees are very strong. One bee is like almost kind of escape, so I kind of adapted a stronger version of it. So I slide it also next to the window like this. I open the window and I let it fly. So that's my little tip. If you have a bee in your house, never kill a bee. Never ever kill a bee, because bees are our friends, and if there wouldn't be bees in our planet, it wouldn't be probably a planet or a proper ecosystem. So bees are very important, and make sure you take care about every bee. You can kill a fly, but not a bee. Another salad tray I have over here is for rucola. It's almost over, but because I'm planning to travel next month, I'm not planning to grow more. Here is again the melissa. It just grows like everywhere. You cut it, grows, and I already like I took out. What did I took out from here? I think I took out from here the melissa, so there is like a big hole. And here is like some other salad which doesn't look like salad, and I haven't tried it, but this is my sad rucola, which doesn't have enough place, but I still put in some salads. So last but not least, here is 2 others of cucumbers. Those 2 I had the right equipment and the right boxes to plant them in the right time, so that's why they grew into such big and beautiful cucumber plants. So here is how tall is it? Around like 1 meter tall, if not taller. Maybe like 1.20 meters. And here is a little cucumbers we get here. So this plant, as you can see, with lighter spikes. These cucumbers, they don't grow into huge cucumbers. I decided to plant those kind of short cucumbers. I thought it would be more appropriate for my little garden, because in general I'm not into cucumbers, but sometimes in some salads, in some dishes, they fit quite well. So here's how it looks like. A beautiful tiny cucumber. If you love cucumbers, I think this plant is super cool to grow in your balcony garden. I almost forgot about the deer plant that I have. It's also almost over. As you see, it's already gave a flower, which is not a good thing. It's good for pickling stuff, but not great for eating. And those like quite short. But I'm not planning to plant another deal because my mom, she has a lot of this stuff growing in the garden. They grow like wildly. But if I need a tiny bit of dill, here I have some. Few more plants I left out of my balcony review, but I want to show you what else I have at home. There is like agave plant. It's quite like big. It doesn't look big, but if I hold it, it's a very big and heavy pot. So this agave plant, it's kind of loves heat. At the same time, it doesn't like plus 50, which happens sometime in my balcony, so I decided to just keep here. Plus it fits well in this corner, so yeah, this corner is for agave plant. And in the other corner I have aloe vera plant, which you already seen from I think my previous video. So here we go. Outside is boiling hot. I feel like very hot after the balcony. So yeah, I already show you what I do with aloe vera plant. It's also very essential in my beauty routine. If you want to know, make sure you watch. I think it was in the previous video. That's about my little balcony garden. And also I wanted to emphasize the amazing feeling when you grow at least a few things yourself. I understand that you can go like to the supermarket and buy it, but just buy the soil, buy the seeds and plant them, and you would see how amazing like you would feel kind of going in the morning when you prepare your breakfast, or in the evening and cutting from your own little garden, even like a few things. I think for like mental health, it gives such a big difference for your well-being, wellness, happiness. It definitely makes me happier. I know maybe it sounds stupid, but those like a simple living, simple touches to your life, it really makes a big difference. Also wanted to tell you a little thing. I was kind of away last week, but not because kind of I was lazy or something. I had like some weird, like for the previous months I was actually not there for you. I didn't like put any new recipes because I got down with some severe allergy. I think it came from chicken. I bought in the supermarket marinated chicken, and I got like the worst allergy you could imagine. Like all my body was covered. It's not exactly the pimples, but it looks like everything, face, legs, even my toes. I look like a chicken myself, basically. That's why I didn't record anything. I didn't like feel it. I wasn't like really there mentally, and of course I do not want to like shoot in the camera, because those like footage and videos lasts for years and years and people rewatch it, and I do not want to show up in this type of condition. So I went through like doctor's appointment, allergologist. I'm waiting for the result. I did kind of test for the allergy. I chose like so many different ingredients of what like I could be allergic to. My doctor kind of said like a few points what I should check out, and then I add a few more just to be sure, you know, like it's not like something life or death allergy for me, but it was like a severe reaction, and if I don't know, like it could be much worse the next time. So better to know to avoid some ingredients. But I think there was like something like maybe antibiotics was shot in that chicken, because like for the previous months I heard about like the bird fever or like chicken fever, or how it calls, chicken flu, bird flu, or whatever this disease going on. So it's kind of dangerous. So maybe the company wasn't like so good. The one I bought chicken, I didn't like really care at that point, but now I will be damn sure that I will buy only like a farm product, a clean product, if we talk about kind of meat, chicken, fish, so I would be like double kind of checking now, because before I kind of thought like, this and that, like whatever, like I can buy any, but I don't know like what was that reaction about. I'm still figuring it out. That's why I do not post any recipes. That's one thing. Another thing, I gonna post one more video this week, probably tomorrow or after tomorrow, because you're gonna meet a new member of my little home. But I will tell you all about it in a few days. Let's keep it a secret for a while. Thank you so much for watching the video, spending some time with me, enjoying a relaxing garden, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye! In the summer I absolutely love smoothies, so until I'm figuring out my allergy, maybe the smoothie recipe would be a good idea. What do you think?